And welcome to the motorsport.com Washougal National 250 press conference. Going first overall with box scores of 2-1, number 38 on the Monster Energy Yamaha Star Racing Machine, Hayden Deegan. Second place with a first and a second, gaining 47 points. Going to be the 16 on the Red Bull KTM, Tom Vialle. And finishing third with box scores of 3 and 3, gaining total points of 40 at this one on the Honda HRC machine, Joe Shimoda. All right, I asked that question first to the 450 guys who had flight problems. I know Hayden Deeg. If anyone else had flight problems, let us know what your problem is, and you can even recap it again if you would, Hayden.
Oh, yeah. We ended up getting to Atlanta, and then I guess there was some, internet attack. I don't know what happened. They just shut down, all the computers at the airport and stuff, so all the flights got canceled, and I was kind of screwed, honestly. I didn't have any option, and you can't, last minute. You're at the airport a day before the race, and if you're trying to go to a West Coast race from the East Coast, it's 35-hour drive, and even if you did leave right away, you wouldn't make it. So it was kind of a stressful moment. And then my parents obviously know jet companies and stuff, so we ended up finding one left. Since the flights were all canceled, everyone was trying to get the jets, so there wasn't any left. There was only one, and they doubled the price. So my parents agreed to split it with me. So we ended up paying for it. And then Jalik and Ricky came with us. They also paid a little bit, so that was cool. And we all flew over here and made it work. So it was a little stressful, but it was. We tried. We were figuring it out. What if we do miss this race? And we asked in the promoters and stuff, and they're figure it out. You got to figure that out. So we're damn, we will. We ended up figuring it out, and we're here.
Did that stress get released as soon as you got on that plane? You knew you were going to make it, or did that sort of linger on coming into this weekend?
No, I was chilling once we landed. Even once we found a plane, even though it was costed a lot, that at least there was a way to get there. So once we figured out a way to get over here, that was good.
Tom, 2 hole shots, a first and a second. Coming off Spring Creek, that moto, a bad one for you. This one really had to feel good, but you got to look at the points you were trying to gain on Hayden Deegan, and it's going to be a match lock at both getting 47. But it's got to make you feel good coming into this track, a track I know you like.
Yeah, no, it was a good day. We got another P1 in qualifying, and I don't know why I've been great in the second qualifying every weekend. So that feels pretty nice to start the day that way. And I had a great first moto, felt really good on the track, and second moto he didn't pass me. I think I didn't have the same flow, and he was ripping when he passed me, and I followed 4 or 5 laps. And I had a few small mistakes, and it was tough, the second moto. Actually, on Wednesday, I hurt my hand last weekend, and I couldn't train the whole week. So I'm of course I'm not really happy to finish second, but overall, my goal was to maybe finish 2 times in the top 5 this weekend. That would have been great with my hand, and I felt great this morning. Not so much pain, so was good to be riding and fight for the win again.
Joe, question for you. You're 4 points out of 4th place right now, and everybody always talks Joe late in the season. He starts picking up. Do you ever have that mentality that I'm just going to wait, or every race you go into, you're like, I got to do it? And just tell us that. A lot of people saying that late in the season you do that. How does that affect you when people say that, when you know each and every weekend you're trying as hard as you can?
Yeah. And it's not I'm mentality-wise, I'm the same. From the first round to now, nothing has changed. The program is the same. The way I train is the same. Just I feel sometimes the small details where people don't understand is if that's motorcycle, maybe a little bit of me. Just figuring out it's a whole different new motorcycles and even last year the model changes. It's those small things takes me a little bit of time to get used to, or finding some level of comfort to where I can push closer to my how I want to ride. So, but you have 10, 15 races to figure out. Yeah, for sure. At sometime you're gonna figure out at the end of the year, and I'm I don't know, trying not to do the same next year for sure.
This is the second week in a row that you guys have been the final motos of the day. 450s going first. Do you prefer it? Do you not like it? Is it rough? Or describe what it's like being the final motos of the day.
I kind of like it. Actually, the track is a little bit more rough. And I think it's more like for us, like when you go second after the 450, you're like a little bit like chilling the whole day. Like you don't rush in the morning, and I kind of like it, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't mind it at all. I mean, it's pretty cool. Like when the track gets rougher, it makes for a little bit better racing. Like more mistakes happen, more lines to choose from. So it's cool. I mean, it don't really matter. Either way is cool.
Yeah, I personally like it too, and it slows the race down too. I think it's like first couple laps when they fix the track, everybody's kind of sending it, and I kind of don't like that. Where if you have the second moto, everybody slows the pace down, and then you have more option in the corners. So I feel like less of like a friction with other riders, and to me, I feel a lot safer too, and it's like separates the good and bad.
In the 250 class, you're the only three guys on the podium, Moto 1, Moto 2, and overall. Results look good, but what do you take back and sort of critique yourself on that you wish you had done better, or things that you need to improve on? With the results, it's hard for us to pick out what you think you need to work on. Is there anything?
I mean, I would say where I'm at personally, with such a big points lead, it's just putting together like smart, consistent weekends. Nothing crazy, nothing like super stand out. I mean, and just go out there and do the best I can each weekend where it's not like overthinking anything, because, I mean, mistakes happen, so just make them little. If you do have a mistake, make sure it's just a tip over, something small, minimize the big ones, and yeah, just keep on slowly adding to that points lead.
Yeah, I mean, I had a few mistakes the last 2 or 3 races, like some small crash, tip over, so this weekend was pretty good. I didn't do anything. I was steady both moto, and I had a good rhythm. So yeah, we're gonna have a break, so that's gonna be nice to recover a little bit, and we're gonna try to finish strong the last 3 races.
Aaron Hans with Racer X. Tom, you mentioned a hand injury. Are you able to elaborate on that and tell us the severity of it?
Yeah, actually, so second moto last weekend I had a few crashes. And I hurt my hand pretty bad, and on Wednesday, I thought Wednesday was fine, and I actually couldn't ride on Wednesday. So I got a little bit scared for the weekend, and I don't know, like it got really better like from Thursday and Friday. I had a little bit pain this morning, first practice, and then it got better during the day. So to be honest, I didn't, was not really painful by the moto, maybe in the second moto, but no, I was pretty good, to be honest. My hand was good. So that's pretty nice. I'm gonna recover a little bit next week, and it should be good for the next races.
In that first moto, you withstood the pressure from Hayden. So when you found him behind you in that second moto, can you take us through your mindset? Did you think you were going to be able to repeat that first moto, or was that just in the past?
Yeah, no. In first moto, I had a good flow, and I think we stayed at between 3 and 4 seconds with Hayden the old moto, and he wasn't really catching me. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna try to keep my rhythm, and was pretty good. And he kind of gave up the last 2 laps, so I had a good moto the first one, and second moto I was like, okay, we're gonna try to do the same. And Hayden was riding better, and maybe my flow wasn't that good, and I had a few lines where I was not comfortable on the track, and I couldn't do much than second in the second moto.
Hayden, it hasn't hurt you in the points, but you haven't, you went for a 6 moto winless streak. Is it a relief to win a moto again?
Yeah, definitely. It definitely sucks not winning a moto for a little bit, but I mean, where I'm at now, I know like eventually if you just keep doing what you're doing, it'll come again. So it was nice to get another moto win, and yeah, it'd be nice to take 2 weekends off, especially. I mean, this series, racing every weekend and stuff, it's a lot on your body and your mental too. It's draining. So when you get a little break, it's awesome.
Joe, I'm curious if there's any insight to be had on your intensity late in those in the motos. I noticed in that second moto you were kind of looking over and you were marking Hayden and Tom, and at one point they were gone up Horsepower Hill, but you just kept hammering. And you were eventually started catching back up to Tom. So is there a focus put into this intensity late in the motos, or is it just something that's happening for you?
Sorry, I couldn't really hear the last part of the question.
You're very intense late in these motos, and I'm just curious if that's something you focused on, or if it's something that's just happening.
Well, yeah, I was gonna ask. Say something on his question, but yeah, like right now, I feel good, but compared to these two guys, I feel like I'm kind of lacking on pace right now. I mean, this all starts from qualifying, right? Like I haven't been able to be consistently in top 5. So a little bit of lack of pace. So all I can do is kind of, keep my average speed to the end. Never. I kind of have no option to drop back. So push as much as I can. But yeah, gonna need to find a little more pace.
One last question. You guys are, I'm assuming, all aspiring to be 450 riders. What do you like? Hayden, I want you to talk about Chase since he got first. I want you to talk about Aaron Plessinger, and I want you to talk about Jason Anderson. One thing you like about their riding style, their personality that you want to try to learn from when you guys obviously are watching 450 races, what do you like about what they do? Hayden with Chase.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy watching Chase. He has a great technique. I've studied the way he rides because obviously it works very well. So technique-wise, he has some pretty outstanding things, and he doesn't give up. No matter what happens, he tips over. He's always fighting until the end, and that's something I learned from as well from him. I'm gonna have to race him eventually, so if you can take little things like that from guys that are in the bigger class, it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I train a lot with AP, so we kind of train every week together, and he was riding good today. He had a great second moto, and I feel like when he starts in front, he's actually ripping. So he had another good day. I think he was pretty happy with today. So he's kind of older than me. So when I came over last year training at Baker's, and AP was there, so we did a lot of moto together, and we always try to look a little bit what the 450 guys do, and it's nice to be able to train with them.
Yeah, I like Anderson's riding style. He's like riding more like a back of the bike, and I don't know. I enjoy watching. I like his style on a motorcycle.
All right, guys. Any other questions? I think we're good. Congratulations on a great weekend. Have a great